Okay, podcast. Today we're looking at Thursday, October 25th, Polynomials on page 25. If you would, update your table of contents. All right, now your table of contents are updated. Let's take a look at the notes. All right, it's going to be polynomials on page 25. The definition is the sum or difference of one or more terms. Degree. Constant would just be the c. When it's a degree of 1, it's linear. F of x equals x to the first power plus c. When it's degree 2, it's quadratic. F of x equals x squared plus x plus c. When it's 3, it's cubic. F of x equals x cubed plus x squared plus x, and put the 1 here, plus c. 4 is quartic. 5 is quintic. Number of terms. 1 is monomial. 2 is binomial. 3 is trinomial. 4 more is polynomial. All right. Steps to add or subtract polynomials. Step 1, distribute to remove the parentheses. Step 2, combine like terms. Step 3, arrange the terms in order. Highest exponent to smallest exponent, alphabetically, constant last. Steps to multiply polynomials. Step 1, distribute, FOIL, or use box method. Step 2, combine like terms. Step 3, apply exponent rules. Go ahead and update your notes. All right, now your notes are updated. Let's take a look at the examples. Let's look at it again on page 25. Now, I don't like example 1 and never have, so we're not going to do it. We're going to remove that, okay? All right, example 2. Now, it says in the instructions, classify polynomials by number of terms and by degree. So, here we have 1, 2, 3. So that is a trinomial. Now, the highest degree is 2, so it's quadratic. Okay, example 3. There's 2 terms, so that's a binomial. And the highest degree is x to the first power, so it's linear. Okay, example 4. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 terms, so it is a polynomial. Now the highest power is 4, so it's quartic. Example 5, there's 2 terms, so it's a binomial. And the highest degree is 3, so it's cubic. All right, example 6, there's 1 term, so it's a monomial. And then it's only a constant value, so it's constant. All right, now let's take a look at example 7, simplifying polynomial expressions. So I'm going to go ahead and put a 1 in front of the x. Okay, step 1 is to distribute, remove parentheses, no parentheses. Step 2 is combine like terms. So let's do that. So 1x plus 1x is 2x. And then let's combine the y's. So negative 2y and 6y is a plus 4y. All right, example 8. Step 1, distribute the parentheses. So 2 times x is 2x. 2 times 3 is 6. Example 9. Step 1 is we distribute to remove parentheses. So 4 times x squared is 4x squared. Plus 4 times 1 is 4. Then we distribute 3x. So plus 3x times x is 3x squared. 3x times negative 1 is negative 3x. And then plus 2x. All right, step 2, combine like terms. So combine the x squareds and 3x squared, so that's 7x squared. And then we combine the x's, so negative 3x plus 2x is a negative 1x, technically to the first power, because you want to put the exponents from highest to smallest, so 2, 1, and then constant last, so plus 4. All right, example 10. So we distribute the remove parentheses, so 5 times the negative squared is negative 5x squared. 5 times negative x is negative 5x. 5 times negative 1 is negative 5. Negative 6 times negative x squared is a positive 6x squared. Negative 6 times negative is a positive 6x. Negative 6 times negative 1 is a positive 6. So now we combine like terms. Negative 5x squared and 6x squared is 1x squared. Negative 5x and 6x is a positive 1x, technically to the first power because we go in decreasing order. And then negative 5 and 6 is a positive 1. All right, let's take a look at example 11. Now we're moving into multiplying polynomials. So I'm going to do this two ways. I'm going to, on this side, do the box method. And on this side, I'm going to FOIL. All right, now box method, you draw a box. Okay, so x plus 2, x minus 2. Yeah, try to get that blurriness away. Maybe it's just my eyes, but I think it's better now. All right, I'm going to put a 1 in front of the x. So 1x times 1x is 1x squared. 1x times 2 is 2x. Negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Negative 2 times 2 is a negative 4. So you have 1x squared. Negative 2x and 2x, they cancel. And so you're left with minus 4. Now FOIL, x times x is 1x squared. And then x times negative 2 is negative 2x. 2 times x is plus 2x. And then 2 times negative 2 is a negative 4. Alright, so then you have 1x squared. Again, those cancel, minus 4. Alright, so again on this one, I'm going to use the box method. And I'm going to FOIL. So box method, you draw a box. So 3x plus 2, 4x minus 5. So 4x times 3 is 12x squared. 4x times 2 is 8x. Negative 5 times 3 is negative 15x. 5 times 2 is negative 10. So then you have 12x squared. Negative 15x and 8x is minus 7x minus 10. Now to FOIL, 3x times 4x is 12x squared. 3x times negative 5 is negative 15x. 2 times 4 is 8x. And then 2 times 5 is negative 10. So then 12x squared minus 7x minus 10. All right, let's take a look at example 13. Now, x plus 3 squared is x plus 3 times x plus 3. So, I'm going to do the box method. And we're going to do FOIL. So we draw a box. So x times x is 1x squared. X times 3 is 3x. 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 3 is 9. So you have 1x squared plus 6x, because 3x is 6x, plus 9. Now to FOIL, x times x is 1x squared. X times 3 is 3x. 3 times x is 3x. And then 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, so you have 1x squared plus 3x plus 3x is 6x plus 9. All right, last one. We're going to do the box method. And we're going to do FOIL. All right, so box method, we draw a box. All right, so we have x plus 2 and 3x squared, 4x minus 1. All right, I'm going to put a 1 here. So 3x squared times, and that's a 1. So that's 3x squared times 1x is 3x cubed. 3x squared times 2 is 6x squared. 4x times 1 is 4x squared. 4x times 2 is 8x. Negative 1 times 1 is negative 1x. And then negative 1 times 2 is negative 2. So you have 3x cubed. When you combine this, 4x squared and 6x squared, that's plus 10x squared. And then negative 1x and 8x is a plus 7x. And then minus 2. Alright, now, the last part is we're going to FOIL. So, I'm going to do something kind of cool when it's multiplying with this big of foiling. So x times 3 is 3x cubed. X times 4 is 4x squared. And then x times negative 1 is negative 1x. Now I'm going to do 2 times 3x squared is 6x squared. Notice I can line up as I'm foiling, okay? Instead of doing one long row, I can line up the x squareds, and I can line 2 times 4x is plus 8x. So I'm lining up the x's, and then 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. Now, I can just add vertically. So we just have 3x cubed. 4x squared plus 6x squared is plus 10x squared. 1x combined with 8x is a positive 7x, and then minus 2. All right, so if you understood these examples, start working on the assignment. If you didn't, you had some trouble, just know that you can work with me in the teacher-led group, and I'll go back over these examples again. So with that, have a wonderful Wildcat